Hello, Orbit fans. We're back with another game. Today we travel to Indianapolis to face the Indianapolis Colts. I believe we beat them last time. They are right behind us in the division, so if they beat us, I don't know what tiebreaker it goes to. We've seen their lineup before. Let's see. Oh, no, not depth chart. Let's see their injury situation to see how that's gonna affect what we're matching up against. As you see, we have three guys who are going to come back in week 17, and they're missing their halfback with a partially torn ACL. So that's going to help us a good bit. We hopefully won't get run on like we did last week. 200 yards by Carson of the Seattle Seahawks. And before we get into the game, here's the updated playoff picture. As you see, the Broncos have still in first. The Browns have hopped over the Texans. And there's the rest of the picture. Let's get into the game. As always, when the game starts, we will hand things over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. And as I always like to remind you, our coach is not Matt Hedrick. It's Mike Ditka. All right, we'll see you on the other side. Ditka.
Tonight, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Orlando Orbits.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Orlando Orbits and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no QB. Yeah, okay.
Jet sweep to start the drive. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
First down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
2nd and 4. Quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Orlando, first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
By number 22.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good thing in that area that they want.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, James. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain down.
And a loose football. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
After review of the play,
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
10 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open.
And I know we always talk about it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The ball carried by number 20.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff as they run the counter play. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Orlando.
They'll set up a throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 33. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 17-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
A gain of a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Orbits 3.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Orbits 3.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down at the 40.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And they won't try and punch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Orlando takes back over on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because field goals.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The tackle made by...
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Connection made with Chenot.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I'm trying to understand it. I just can't.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
The ball carried by number.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
It's a gain of
Typically,
4.
we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And Eifert has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
The pass.
12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
A gain of 12.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Julian Blackman.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him.
Within the game, isn't it?
The kicker on for the
extra point forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays.
Colts 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Rodgers on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. On 1st and 10, Winston. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
The screen was executed incomplete.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
20-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard.
As a game, as we're witnessing.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's a throw that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
6. And an Orlando first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. His carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
11 yards there, first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This will be caught just inside the 10.
The pass.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His pass caught at the 4. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this comes up with a goal line stand. Out of his end zone, Winston. He's got Burton here. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Taking on the midfield logo.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
They'll throw now on the final play. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you two in just a moment. First, we just want to give everybody a look ahead to what's in store for us this weekend as we enter the final month of this NFL season. As far as the early games go, we'll be watching that one in Houston. The Texans in for a fight as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Tennessee Titans. And one more to highlight, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come for this second half. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Rodgers on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Colts here to start quarter number 3. First down, Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
5 brings up second
and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The pass.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Gain on the play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the pickup. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Orbits 13. Colts 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive couple of punt drives. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
number 28, Jonathan.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And Winston lost the football. And the defense says they got it. Yes, they got it.
Winston on the keeper.
Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Caught Eifert over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own.
The defense once more getting set to do battle as they head back out. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel confident taking the ball.
Jameis now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long game or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. .37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. I'll give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
We're at the 41, 2nd and 9. this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Incomplete, nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just went.
You know how in baseball when the pitcher...
They begin the drive with Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, Hines. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
The ball carrier.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, here's the option.
Naheem Hines, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. The Colts on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's coming in, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now Winston. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's taken down inside the 30.
That's good.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
A first down throw for Winston. They will find Davis. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Lead to Corey Davis. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Again, it's Winston. And his pass incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
4th down.
They really had a good drive going by the defense these past few.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
Score, Orbits 19, Colts 10.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again.
For Indianapolis.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
I think here's the situation. You're not thinking.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And again this time to the tailback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
An 8-yard pickup.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
The running back. Kari Willis on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Another carry.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Complete.
That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. Comes up with a goal line. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
Second and 10.
Here's Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Jameis again. And this is going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are awful.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, that was definitely a surprise there, handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the second level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 9, 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
Left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. His pass caught at the 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. let the fullback drive take him home. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
37. Colts.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering it. Why the tight end gives you such a great...
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Rodgers on the return.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, Winston. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 3rd and short yardage, Winston.
The pass underneath, here's Hines with it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
They'll throw again. Winston. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Orlando takes back over on offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, Offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Orlando, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Colts, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
There. Guess I can get this microphone back on. And there we go. We sweep the Colts, I think. Yeah, pretty sure we swept the Colts. And let's take a look at the statistics of the game. Curtis Krager outplayed both quarterbacks. Well, I think that was punter. Rushing, Eddie with another over 100-yard gain. Wayne with a great game. Even if it's a backup, that's better than some starters do. It was better than what Hines did, or Taylor, or Winston, or, oh well, he's quarterback. And then Johnson had that 4-yard run for a touchdown, I believe. Oh no. What, a different game? Anyway, receiving, Hines led the game with 13, then Eifert with 9, Johnson with 8, Simmons with 7, Target with 6, Chenault with 5. Little countdown here. Burton with 4 for them, 3 for Davis, 2 for Hilton, 1 for Felton. Blast off. Blocking, well, it was a big thing. We only gave up 3 sacks instead of 7 or 8. Shepley, after his upgrade, goes back to giving up 2 in a game. It's a good defense. Just us. Grant Krager led with solo tackles, and Grant Krager also led with assisted tackles, and for those of you who couldn't figure out, Grant also leads with total tackles. Tackles for loss, Demarius Randall doing a great job with 3, Chasson with 2, Henderson and Derek Lewis with 1 themselves. Sacks, we didn't get any. 1 interception from C.J. Henderson. And also, pass deflections. 1 for Rob Marino, 1 for C.J. Henderson, 1 for Grant Krager. Forced fumble. We'll look who it is. Randall with the recovery on that fumble. Got 3 yards on that. Did he get the interception too? Oh no, who got the interception? Henderson. Alright, looking at the kicking. Perfect extra points. Got 2 for 2 for field goals. Should have had more field goals, but we faked it. Or just went for it for whatever reason. Anyway, punts. Only had to punt once, and it was inside the 20, so great job for Logan. And a good sign for the offense. Not what I like to see. Under 25 per carry for Scott. And on the punting, Simmons only 3 yards on 4 punt returns. But to be fair, I don't think he really had a chance to go anywhere on most of those. Alright, well that'll end it for this broadcast. Join us next time as we play the LA Rams in Los Angeles. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Never mind. Stay strong. Peace.